Realized when I was looking back at the video before I'm actually uploading it, I noticed that I forgot and left out a few things, which was manifestation spells, things of that nature, specifically for jars, right? It could be used for wonderful things as well. I mean, in the video, I'm talking about specifically using it to actually manipulate energy and harm someone. But jar spells can be used for love. It could be used for money. It could be used for a lot of positive, good things, as well as, you know, to protect yourself from someone. Like there's one with the shut your mouth jar, freezer jars, freezer spells, things of that nature. But it's not always used in a sense to hurt someone. I just wanted to put that out there before the video played. You can do jars across the board. Honey jars, sweetening jars, money jars. There's a whole lot of them. I can get into that in a different video. You know, just leave a comment, let me know, and I'll talk about that some more. Although I will not, I told you guys I'm not comfortable putting actual spells and rituals and things of that nature online, because again, not everything is for everybody, and I wouldn't want to be responsible for somebody doing something really, you know, messed up or can mess themselves up, you know. So we could get into it if you want to. Comment down below. Enjoy the video. It's just a real quick video of me talking about jar spells and hexing and what we call throwing at someone. So y'all have a good day, and I hope you enjoy the video. Peace.
They call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like, who do I be? You know. I am the queen. I'm the supreme. You didn't know? What do you mean? They call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like, who do I be? You know.
Greetings, it's the girl, the Philly Bruja, coming to you, not live, but on this beautiful afternoon. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Happy Wednesday. This is a text message. So I've been seeing this come up like quite a few times. Across the board, okay? Last week, this week, and I had to crack up laughing because I was watching one of my favorite content creators, Michi, and I clicked on it, and the first thing she was talking about was the jar. And I found it so hilarious because it keep coming up, right? And I know I joke about it all the time and stuff like that because I'm silly. You know, I don't take a lot of things too serious. You know, I can dish it, I can take it. Yeah, so I can dish it, I can take it. You know, and I'll joke about it, about hexing and, you know, the bad juju and doing things that I know people are kind of scary with. I do, you know, and I'll say it like, I'll be like, bitch, the jar, you know, playing around. However, I think it's a big misconception that when you are a part of the science of, you know, the occultist, brujeria, whatever your thing is, you know, I joke about it and I'll be playing and stuff, but seriously, honestly, that's not something that like-minded folks like myself, we would do just because, you know. out of just being in our feelings. Somebody says something, somebody hurt our feelings, you know, and then we're gonna spend a whole bunch of energy and time on literally throwing, we call throwing, or hexing someone. That person or that situation has to be really serious for someone like myself or someone, you know, like me who practice as well, for us to do. Usually 9 times out of 10, there's no reason we need to manipulate energy to force the hand of things that's already going to happen anyway. Basically saying, you know, is the person you're quarreling with, someone who you have issues with, are they worth it? Is it worth it? Because everything you put out there, I mean, it does come back some way, somehow. It's like the power of 3. You know, whatever you put out there, it comes back to you. So you gotta weigh your options. Is it worth it? And then also, in this, there is ethics. I spoke about that many times on videos prior to this, videos prior to the Nature Boy videos and things that I put on here. I'm talking, if you go way back, I spoke about ethics and doing work, spiritual work, and the ethics that we should, as practitioners, abide by. One of them is, for the most part, do no harm. I'm trying to explain it in a good way where, you know, it could be understandable for anyone who happens across this video. It's not something that any person who's been in this long enough, we would know. You know, it's not something to take lightly. It's not something that we would do just because we big mad, you know. Just because somebody hurt our feelings, you know, that's not something we just gonna jump in and do. Believe me, I'm not trying to go tiptoeing in the graveyard for supplies or whatever I need to manipulate the energy, basically, for someone who may have said something bad, or said something that I don't agree with, or hurt my feelings, or he hurt my feelings, or she hurt my feelings, and I'm super big mad, and I'm gonna put them in a jar. This is not something we would do lightly. I mean, I might say it fucking around playing, because it's funny to me. It's hilarious. Do I have jars and things of that nature? And yeah, but in that instance, like, it's because literally, you know, that person perhaps could have caused harm to my family, you know, so things had to be done that way, and it works. If done right, it works. You know, but then you have to be very particular with that as well, because you want to make it so at the same time no harm comes to them or to you, you know, for manipulating the energy. I hope I'm making sense. All I'm saying is, I did a video on to hex or not to hex. That's a good reference video, because most of the time the issue is really not, you know, that serious. Because most of the time you can tell when a person is already sick and they're already infested. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of bad energy and stuff going on around them. You can see it because the light is not shining around them. No glow. This ain't no filter. You know what I'm saying? This is drinking water and minding my business and not doing bad work. Not bad. I don't want to say bad. Not bending. Not bending the energy. Manipulating the energy faster than, you know, it probably is already going to be done anyway. You can tell when a person is not spiritually or energetically, cleansed. They're not clean up in here. Got a whole bunch of shit going on. We all got our own demons. You know what I mean? It's just whether or not you get along with them. So yeah, I joke around about it, but that's not something I'm gonna do just because somebody hurt my feelings or have a difference of opinion, because it's really not worth my time or effort, especially if I see that the person is already completely messed up, right, from the inside out, from the outside in. Situation is bad, their whole life is bad. I'm talking tower in reverse, the bitch is on fire bad. You know what I'm saying? That's not even worth it. It's not worth it. So yeah, do they work if done correctly? Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that you can do to manipulate and bend energy to your will. Things that's been out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, things that's been passed down from your ancestors. I could tell you a whole bunch of things that even as a Christian, growing up, that was said, like never let when somebody doing your hair and stuff, you pick your hair up and you take your hair with you, or you burn your hair. It was another one that we had growing up. I think it was like, don't sweep at night, because you could be sweeping away your blessings. I remember, even to this day, I gotta ask my grandma why, because I can't remember. It's just something that we do. Like if the broom sweep across your feet, somebody sweeping and accidentally catch your foot, you gotta stop and spit on the broom. How many of y'all remember that one? I forgot the exact reason why you gotta spit on the broom. I gotta ask my grandma, but yeah, that came up. There's a lot of things we done, prior to dipping into the spirituality and African spirituality, that we did that's still connected to that, if that makes sense. So yeah, so to hex or not hex, to throw at somebody, it's not something you would just do just because your feelings is hurt. It gotta be something major, you know what I mean? And for the folks who actually do that, like your root workers and stuff that do it for a living, you usually can tell because they look depleted. They have health problems and skin is not right. A lot of times other shit be going on, because they're doing it for money. That's one. But I'm not judging. They do what they do, and some of them are damn good at it, so they're worth the money. But yeah, as a practitioner myself, I'm on sabbatical right now. That's not something we did. I mean, all I would do, or someone like myself, we would do, is probably just laugh, because it's the other person would drive themselves insane, wondering if we actually threw at them or tried to bind them up. Or I did another video about brujas. We don't bind, we boogie. And I think my babe was in that. I think so. I did that one because it's not necessary. Usually the person is already like fucking herself up, you know what I mean? A lot of times when I did do my readings and things of that nature, the first thing they're saying would be like, did somebody put a curse on me? I feel like something. No, well, guess what? You kind of put that curse on yourself. A lot of times people find themselves in really bad situations and life falling apart, health deteriorating from the inside out, because they curse themselves. You know what I mean? They got that energy. They put that energy on themselves, so to speak. So, the jar, that's just something I say to be funny. The jar. Or, put your ass in the coffin. Have I done that? Sure. If my family was at risk, if it was like a life-threatening situation, Yeah. But not because my feelings is hurt or something. Usually, the universe just lets that shit play out for what it is. People can get on in this camera or post on social media and pretend like everything is going so well and good, or even pretend like everything is going so bad. People are weird. But the eyes, the skin, the psychology of the things they're talking about, what are they saying? Does it make sense? Do they make sense? Do they sound mentally stable? You could push and see through all this shit. So, to hex or not? Usually not. Usually, I think out of the hundreds of readings I've done and consultations I've done, I think only like maybe 2% of those people was legit hexed. Seriously. The other time, it's the people putting the bad energy onto themselves. So the only thing you could do, like as a practitioner, is just sit back, laugh. Well, not even laugh, because some people are so pathetic that it's just sad. So you just kind of give it to the universe. And I pray. I don't want to say pray, but I send out good vibes to people like that too. Because I'm sure if their inside look anything like their outside, they need all the good energy they can get. So that's my video on I think I'm gonna call this bitch the jar. So no, not everybody ends up in a jar. Not over here anyway, okay? I got maybe 4 people in. One of those I don't even think is mine, okay? So if you were the person who I was helping with this, oh my gosh, it's been in my freezer for a minute. Can you please hit me up so I can send it to you on ice? Because I'm not de-thawing all of these just to figure out which one, like if that's mine or yours. Help me figure it out, because I got one in there who I'm not sure. And I don't want to take no chances on defrosting it. Alright, y'all. Yeah. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a good day. Wait, peace and blessings or not. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I think it's gonna rain. I don't know, but it's a beautiful day. I hope not. Well, you know what? No, the rain is a blessing. All right, I'm rambling. Y'all have a good night. Mwah. Peace.